Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Headlines with Amr. Today is Friday, February 7th, and man, is a lot going on in the world right now. Most of it horrifying and scary. Let's start in China. We got a story out of China that says that China is planning to send a flying robot in search for water on the moon's far side. This is part of China's Chang'e E7 mission, which aims to bring the country closer to landing astronauts on the moon within 5 years, state media reported on Monday. This is part of something a lot of big countries are doing right now. They're really interested in space exploration for resources and national security. My take, a flying robot? That made the headline? Why would anyone take this seriously? Like, what in the waste of everyone's fucking time is this idea? You want to land on the moon by 2030? Bruh, it's been done. It happened a long time ago. It was called a space race. Russia lost. It's over. Also, you're going to waste all this time just looking for water on the moon? You guys are so lame. I mean, that whole area of the galaxy's got more satellites than toxic men are in the Trump administration. 3 years ago, NASA sent us a picture of Galaxy Cluster SMACS 07023, which is billions of light years away. Billions of light years away. A whole entire galaxy. And you guys are like, hey, let's look for some water on the moon with our robot. Also, can we stop this whole looking for resources on other planets thing, or the moon for that matter? Plenty here to go around, y'all. Secondly, or next, Waffle House is planning a surcharge on every egg it sells. It's dramatic, people. The Georgia-based chain is adding a 50-cent charge per egg because of the nationwide rise in the cost of eggs. There's no relief in sight. Waffle House has about 2,100 locations, and they said they will continuously monitor egg prices and will adjust and remove the surcharge as market conditions allow. I get it. Eggs are really expensive now, like way expensive. Shout out to some folks who thought they were going to go down starting in January. They were $3.17. They're $3.17 on average, $4.15 in December of 2024. I'm assuming we're talking about per dozen. And they're up to $6.70, which is mad. I get it. I really get it. This is an epidemic. But Waffle House? They're the ones who are acting on this? I mean, not IHOP, Cracker Barrel, Bob Evans, Denny's, like Waffle House? Is anybody really going to Waffle House? I've only been to Waffle House 2 times. Once when I was a little boy, and my mother, who had just arrived in this country, was very excited about the concept. I don't blame her. And another time when I was in high school, I was running late for exams and I had no gas, and Waffle House happened to be next to the gas station. Haven't been since. Lastly, we're going to pay a visit to a man who's been in the news quite a bit lately. I don't want to give this guy any more credit or attention, really, but he's pissing me off, and I think we need to talk about something. Earlier this week, he tweeted the following about feeding U.S. aid into the wood chipper. He could have gone to a lot of parties, but guys, he was destroying an entire arm of government as an unappointed member of a cabinet. Here's what I'm talking about, because there's so many angles we could go with this, right? And I don't want to spend too much time on this guy. He's not worthy. But I have a lot of friends who seem to think he's like a cool, masculine, like symbol of what it means to be a man. And they seem to love stuff like this. They seem to think it's cool to be a dick. And I don't know, trashing USAID is not cool. Guys, USAID is like the corporate social responsibility wing of a big, nasty corporation that does horrible shit. It's that little thing, it's the Boys and Girls Club program for Exxon, right? I mean, it's that little thing like, hey, we are totally fucking everything up, but check out this cool little project we're doing. Like, we as a government really need US aid to show that we're actually doing good stuff out there sometimes. And this guy's going and destroying it. And I just don't see how that's cool. I don't see how it's cool to bring a kitchen sink to Twitter on your first day. Or speaking out in support of white supremacists in England and Germany is cool. I don't see how telling Bernie Sanders that you forgot he's alive is cool. It's just a desperate loser who's dying. He's obviously dying for people to like him. He's dying for you to like him. And you guys are giving him everything he wants. You don't believe me? Let him tell you himself. Yeah, that's him. So you know what? What I want to close with is that being a shameless asshole who treats people like shit and does strange things for attention, it's not hard. It's actually pretty easy. You know what's hard? Being kind, caring about others, thinking about people who have not been blessed with what you've been blessed with, and trying to do something about it without having a single care as to whether or not that makes you cool. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay safe and have an excellent weekend. I will see you next week for another episode of Headlines with Honor.